Alright, hello again. Got some more Historic on Arena today. Today I'm not going to be doing a competitive super best of three ranked match. I recently saw a deck, can't remember whose channel it was, but it looked really, really cool. I think it was called Landfill. Um, but it was basically the first time I'd seen a deck built around Terravore and Knight that felt really awesome. And so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just going to be doing it in the unranked queue just for fun, just to see how this deck does. Here's the game plan. We've got Terravore, whose power and toughness is equal to the land cards in all graveyard, and Knight, who gets +1/+1 for each land card in your graveyard. Both of these get bigger, obviously, when there are lands in the graveyard. Terravore is actually 0/0 if there's no lands, so you can't play it in a deck without lands in it. So, the goal is to get lands in your graveyard. And that was what I'd been struggling before. And the main reason was I forgot about this guy. I tried a video with Meyer Triton and definitely sometimes gets lands in the graveyard. Glowspore Shaman is just better, I believe, in basically all situations. Not only is it's a 2 mana for a bigger body, sure you don't gain 2 life, you don't have the death touch, but it's a 3/1 and you put the top 3 cards, and if you're color screwed or land screwed, you can put a land on top of your library for the next turn. So Glowspore Shaman plus Meyer Triton just means we will be able to dump a lot of lands early on while getting beaters. Binding of the Titans is another card that I was not familiar with because I haven't played a lot of Standard, and this card does the same thing, except both players do it. So Terravore, if technically you can become a 6/6 just from the Binding of the Titans if both players put 6 lands in the graveyard. Obviously that's not going to happen a lot, but it can. So these 11 cards can put a lot of lands in the graveyard very quickly. Got some removal spells: Maelstrom Pulse, Assassin's Trophy. Vraska, you can sacrifice lands, draw a card to keep from flooding, and then Cavalier of Thorns also puts lands in your graveyard, puts cards in your graveyard. So all that rounds out a relatively aggressive deck. Got a little bit of interaction. We're not going to be trying to kill too much stuff, just bash in with creatures. So I'm playing 25 lands, which is a decent amount. Um, but I've got a number of Fable Passages. Got Cryptic Caves, which I can get with Knight to draw a card. And I kind of would like a Ghost Quarter. That would be nice, yeah. I've also got one of these guys. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go get a Ghost Quarter. And what do I want to cut for that? So I'm mostly green-black, so I'm gonna cut a Godless Shrine here. Um, yeah. Is that what I want to do? Cut a Godless Shrine, probably. The only white spell in the deck is Knight of the Reliquary, which is, and all of my sideboard is black and green. So, all right, let's try it out. Yeah, this hand seems awesome. I think I'm gonna fetch. Probably gonna fetch a black with this Fabled Passage, and it will just give me another. Okay, so if this is white, my knights are gonna be giant roadblocks. Let's get the black. I can sacrifice it later. No, I cannot. I'm gonna put down Glowspore Shaman. It's a bigger body. And I don't think I want to put any lands onto the battlefield. Actually, you know what? Let's grab Fabled Passage. I can use Sack it again. So, these are already going to be 5/5s. Dawn of Hope. Um, so, Glowspore Shaman's already just, it's a 2-mana 3/1, which is a threat that must be dealt with. My opponent is black-white, so they're actually probably going to be playing black removal. I'm expecting to see a Mortify here. I'm going to get a green. So I didn't actually hit any lands. But the cool thing about the Binding of the Titans is that I can actually get creature back from my graveyard. So we're going to swing for 9. It's over half their life total. And they're going to have a Mortify here. Did I call it, or did I call it? Black-white decks love their Mortifies. But the fact is that I've got these two 1s and 3 1s, which they have to be dealt with. So and I can exile Pridemate and Angel. And Triton is a 2/1 Death Touch, so just get rid of these two. So let's get in for damage. I didn't even think about that. Lol. Okay. Huh. So which one is bigger here? Knight was a 6/6. I'm going to drop another knight in. And if they kill it, I'll just get it back. Next turn. Through Binding. May have been smart to cast the other Binding there. I don't know. Banishing Light. Okay. Land is great. I am going to go get the other knight. Got to keep dealing with these threats. Well, Terravore's a 7/7 now, so let's put that out. Gotta keep dealing with them. The fact that they've just had unending removal. Well, that's great. So I've got that Assassin's Trophy, which is just a super awesome removal spell. Can kill anything, literally anything, on the other side. And I can use that to get my knight back. So let's bash. Terravore has Trample, which is relevant. So they're going to kill one of the things here. Yep, they love their Mortifies. Okay. Drop in another knight. Eventually they will run out of removal spells. So I'll be able to kill the Banishing Light. And I will also be able to get back a Terravore. Or another knight of my own. Maybe Terravore. I just love this deck is the first deck that can actually make use of Terravore. Terravore is a card I remember seeing in old Legacy. It had one of the old swords, which was an equipment, and the guy was playing goblins, and he blocked with a goblin matron. Whoops. And the Terravore trampled right over him, and it was great. Alright, got him. 8/8 Knights, 7/7 Terravores for the win. Yep, seems fine. Okay, get to be against Mono Red. This is a matchup that I was kind of looking forward to. So, I had the opportunity of playing Elves. I kind of think I'm not going to. Yes, I am, because then I can play Vraska Golgari Queen on 3. So we're going to drop an elf. And if they use their shock on the elf, that's fine. Sure. That's perfect. Jeez, this is the third blue-red deck that I have seen. So this isn't actually, in fact, mono-red. So I'm just going to drop in Glowspore Shaman. It's going to become a quick clock. I don't think I want to put a land. No, of course not. What am I saying? So, we'll go Triton next turn. Vraska can deal with... That's interesting. Very nice. So, Cavalier will deal with my Triton at some point. Terravore is 1/1. That's great. That was literally the worst. The worst in existence. Vraska unfortunately can't deal with the Phoenix. But this is the third Arc-like Phoenix. Oh, that's super cool. Deck in 4 decks. So I'm gonna tack in here. Okay, just want to see if they would block. And I'm just gonna kill the Dreadhorde Arcanist. I don't believe these decks tend to have Spell Pierce. Dreadhorde Arcanist seems like a great card to play in this archetype. Sure. You're more than welcome to do that, because I'm going to drop a 5/6 on you next turn. Jeez. Nice. Wow, that was sweet. Really well played there. Cool deck. I like it. It's kind of tough. Actually, it's going to be fine. I'm going to get a black. Darn it. This is really unfortunate because I've got... I think I got a mulligan. Yeah, this is better. Well, it's not really, but... I'm going to get rid of Assassin's Trophy. Whoops. As much as it is nice to have removal. So I can drop in a Knight next turn. And if they're like a green or white deck, the Knight will be good. Or blue. Blue will be great to get the Knight down. Although Brazen Borrower can be a pain. But they can't kill it. So I can actually ramp... Actually, I can play Vraska next turn even without... actually, I can play Vraska and Llanowar Elves next turn, I believe. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can use Knight to get a 5th mana. So, good stuff. Vraska's a cool card. Oh, green, blue. Really? Let's see. Do they have a counterspell? I mean, kind of think if they just are gonna sit there. Okay, so they don't actually have counter magic, but oops, I should have attacked with one of those elves. Oh well, whatevs. So I'm gonna sack this forest, get a fetch land, get a black. Kind of flooding on elves here, but if I can resolve Vraska, that'd be great. So, I'm not sure what's going on over here. Kind of cool. There's just so many interesting things going on in Historic. I assume my opponent's a newer player. So I'm going to get a fetch land. That puts 2 cards in the graveyard. Making this a 4/4, which, you know, it's not huge, but it ain't nothing. Alright, well, I can actually cast this through Quench, so... Might as well try, yeah. Negate, very nice. Unfortunately, I have 7 power on the board, so... And they've got a 1/1. So. Okay, I just made him a bunch bigger. And I'm going to attack with Knight and an elf. Sure. So they are just a flash deck. Okay. One of the reasons why counterspells in these green-blue flash decks can be kind of bad is, like, a counterspell does nothing against this board. That does something. Thankfully, I might be able to get my knight above. Do I sacrifice a knight here? I don't think I do. I'll just play another 7/7. And I will sacrifice probably Overgrown Tomb. That's the only land I can sacrifice. Block there. Get rid of that. And I'm just going to get another Overgrown Tomb. Let's see what they do. What the? Alright. That was a unique stream of events. Alright, seems good. Seems good. You know, I don't actually know if Elf is actually that good in this deck. Most of my 3-drops I want to play not on turn 3. I don't know. I just realized a problem. Whoops. Oh, bollocks. Well, I have no black mana. Oh, I'm so bad at this game sometimes. It's embarrassing. Kids, don't be like me. I am noob at Magic. And now we're gonna die. I can play a... That's hilarious. Oh, literally the worst player in the earth. These were on sale yesterday. Got them for like 500 gold or something. Let's just... It gets worse. It gets worse. I don't even know what my cards do. Good news is my opponent's doing a whole lot of nothing, so... They ain't doing anything. Now I have a blocker. Nah. Next turn I'll start dropping 5/6s, which will be great. Okay. That's going to be a 4-3, but they have the removal. Yes, they do. They're looking at their creature, now they're looking at mine. 5-1. I made a mistake when I was playing with one of my decks that led to me losing to that card. Because I was, like always, noob at Magic. Alright, 5-6 is going to be a legitimate blocker. Let's put that into play, tapped. So Terravore is now a 2-2. Alright, well, this is one of those games where things don't go right exactly, and it's okay. Now my opponent has a whole lot of nothing. So do I just... I can Vraska, kill their Raptor.
Your life's about to end. Hope you're ready. Oh, curses, that hurts.
That's fine.
I won't forgive this.
Just gonna sit tight. And I'm gonna draw a card off of Cryptic Caves. I bet they've got Ripjaw Raptor in hand. And they're just missing on... Yeah, they're missing on green lands. It's kind of unfortunate for them, but fortunate for us. That's a good draw. So... Nope, that just happened. Well... Okay. It's all good. It's all good. I gotta end this game now, though. I don't know, maybe a 26 land would be good. But, alright, we're not gonna end on that. That was terrible. Folks, I just want to acknowledge we have all of our colors. This is a huge deal. Field of the Dead is a problem, but I do have Pulse for zombies. And I'm just going to ignore it for right now. Okay, got one land in the yard. Of course, I'm unfortunately drawing a bunch of lands. 2 Field of the Deads, so we got to end this game quickly. Okay, that's great. So whenever we draw a threat, you know, in the next, hopefully, X number of cards, it'll be great. Man, just cannot draw stuff other than... I'm just going to keep swinging. There are decent ways off of Field of the Deading, so... Guess we'll get to see what Karn gets. The Karns are interesting planeswalkers because they... Well, that's a good draw. So, Goyf is going to be big. Gonna take out Karn. It's not really that big, but he's a 3-mana 4/4, which will get bigger. Okay. Golos is a problem. Oh. My Goyf dies. Darn it! Unfortunately, if I kill Golos, then they get a zombie. So what I'm gonna do? It's kind of rough, isn't it? Kind of think I just have to. No, because darn it, they'll get 2 zombies if I do that. I think this is game over. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they'll get a 7th land. Screw it. That was really clutch, Bojuka Bog. Yep. I think Fill the Dead shouldn't exist in Best of One, but it does. So I think this game is over. Drew a lot of lands. Chromatic Lantern, Ranger. Good game. All right. Feel the Dead doing its stuff. All right, GG. Well played. All right, so after playing a number of games, I actually really enjoyed that. I kind of think the elves should be something else, maybe. But I mean, playing with the 8/8s and 9/9s and 5/5s was great. That was pretty funny. The Terravore dying when they emptied our graveyard, and that is unfortunately one problem with the deck is if they hit your graveyard, your dreams come true. That's not true. You just get absolutely wrecked. But it definitely makes Terravore and Knight legitimate threats, which I think is really cool. And then Cavalier of Vraska, all the rest of the cards just kind of fit very well together. So I might try this in best of three once I hit plat / if I hit plat, which is less likely than more likely, but then I'll actually play best of three. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. It was a fun deck. Bye for now.